As a former player, you have to remember in the NFL that we're coworkers, and so for me, I always like to pick the brain of someone who has 100+ sacks because that's something I never did in my own career. So, anytime you can get some lessons from the way they see the game, coaching points, film study points, anything to help those guys, young guys, acclimate to the game faster, I'm all ears. I have no ego in this game. I'm just trying to help the Raiders win football games.
Frank, how much, when it comes to Chandler, and it's been early obviously, but how much does he still have left in the tank?
This, like I said, he's a true professional, and if you guys have been out there, you see how hard he's running to the ball. He's leading by example with this effort, and I think that's the thing that is a testament to his longevity and his career and why he's been so successful for this long amount of time.
How much does a Max Crosby role change in this? What I mean, obviously his role is to get after the passer, or that's what he wants to do. But the different looks, the different lineups, how will he kind of adjust what he does?
That's really probably more game plan and probably closer when you get to the season. But as for right now, we're just trying to make sure the guys know as many positions as possible and play different techniques as well as they possibly can right now in the spring. That's really what we're trying to get done right now.
What's the competition out there been like so far?
It's been great. I mean, honestly, that's the thing that kind of drives the NFL. Is like you got to earn your right to have your job and when the regular season starts. And so, obviously, when you're looking whether you got the young guys or some veterans in the room, that they can fill the numbers in the room and know it's not going to be like that when we get to the final 53. So that makes the meetings go a little bit better, the focus better, and the competition and practice even better. And that's really what you're looking for each and every day.
How important is it just to find those five guys and just develop some cohesion and some chemistry with that group?
I'd say, Vinny, that although cohesion is important, you got to extend it beyond five guys. I mean, the reality of the NFL season now, it's preseason games 4 this year, plus 17 games, plus whatever else hopefully you can get to. So in that regard, you're going to play more than just five guys. So you've got to develop that by moving guys around and challenging guys and asking them to do more. And whether that's by technique or assignment, it's something that I think at the position you'll see us always striving to get more than just five, really.
I know it's early, but Alex Leatherwood at right tackle looks like he's getting a lot of snaps over there. Is that kind of where he's sliding in right now?
I think to that same regard, Vinny, following up to the first question, I mean, Alex, like all the guys, have been playing a bunch of positions. So, I mean, it's a matter right now truly of as a group, us building some cohesion, understanding the system. We're not there yet. And just working to develop some core fundamentals that might be a little different, some different teaches that we're asking them to do. So,
why was that versatility such a key point of emphasis this offseason?
I mean, I think back to Vinny's original question, your injuries are going to occur, and now, depending upon how they'll continue on with the rules, are you going to be able to dress 7 or is it 8 as a COVID? I don't even know how those rules have impacted us, but if you're going to go to a game typically with 7 offensive linemen dressed, you're going to have to be able to play multiple positions. If you're only going to play one position, you better be one of the best at it.
Is there a fine line when it comes to a rookie, let's say Dylan Parham, so I'm taking some snaps at center today. Does he tell you sometimes and how he's talking, how he's responding when it's time to throw some more on his plate, whether it's at guard or at center, or is that something that you're just going to throw him in there and see how he responds?
It's funny. My wife and I just had a 6-month-old, and she's talking about already teaching her how to swim. She's literally going to do that. And it's kind of like we're just going to throw you in the deep end a little bit, and we're going to make you swim. And I think that's a part of it, and it's a shock system to it. And I think the challenge of it, just the system that, coach is never going to be satisfied, and that transcends all the way down to, if you're just going to teach them and just go slowly, then they're just going to plateau. Like, go with the shock system and let's get after it. See what they can assimilate now.
Going back to Dylan Parham, you mentioned just kind of throwing him in the deep end. How is he taking to that? What has he shown you so far?
He's really good. You had asked before the question about evaluating guys, and I mean, Dylan, I definitely is one of those guys that I think is important for an offensive lineman to be smart, tough, and athletic enough. Listen, it starts with smart. You're going to play multiple positions, right side, left side, not center to guard to tackle, whatever it may be. You have to be smart and to be able to do that. Tough, because it's not an easy job, and it's thankless. It is what it is. And then just do the athletic part. I'd like to think I'm smart and tough, but I'm definitely not athletic enough to play, so. But we asked Dylan to do a lot of things, and like all the guys, they're just continuing each day to try to get better. So.